Hello, my beautiful friends. I am rushing to record this video. I just jumped out of the shower and a remembrance began to unfold. And I love these periods of time. It's kind of like you reach a certain point within your DNA and something new and it becomes to unlock, and then all of this knowledge, all of this knowing starts pouring through you, and you start remembering certain things, and all this synchronicity unfolds. And I am going to unpack what's coming in right with you right now on camera. And this is what's coming in. It's absolutely incredible. As you know, and if you don't, you should check out my older videos, my recent videos. I am in love with Native American legends, stories, myths, tales. I love, right now, I'm fascinated about stories about particular foods. And when I learn these myths and stories about certain foods, it changes my entire outlook on how I treat that food. Eating becomes a celebration. Eating becomes a ceremony. It becomes so very special. I speak to the food, I thank the food, I know what it is that I'm going to be ingesting right now, right? The history within this food, the deep roots, what it went through, and it's incredible. But this video is about the actual tales. I am so excited, but the information that's coming in, that's unlocking, is that tales, they used to be related, right? In indigenous cultures, the tales, the people were telling a tale from one person to the other around a fire, usually in winter time. It was the tale time. In the summer, you weren't supposed to be telling tales. You were supposed to be, out in nature, picking stuff for the winter, so that in the winter time you can sit down and read the stories around the fire, stay warm, stay entertained while the nature is resting and sleeping. And the stories were never written, right? They were always related. And I find an incredible amount of strength and power in that. Imagine that you have to remember what somebody is telling you without you having this cheat sheet or a book or a phone to look into. The only way is to really imprint it onto yourself right away through the sound of somebody's voice, right? So the main imprinting mechanism was the sound, the vibration of somebody's voice, somebody's tongue and hitting on the teeth. And we all have our own different ridges on our teeth. So our voice sounds different. All of our sounds sound different. So the story takes on the vibration of the reader, of the not the reader, sorry, correcting myself, I'm so used to reading, right? Of the speaker. And then that vibration resonates with your vibration, imprints onto your DNA, imprints in your memory, and then you add your own vibration to it when you retell the story to someone. And so the story morphs. Not only it takes a different vibration from a storyteller to a storyteller, but also because it is not written, it all changes. The story breathes, right? It moves. Every story takes on a little bit of the teller with it and passes it on, right? Because we all always add something, a little bit of something that maybe we think should be there, right? Maybe that wasn't originally there, but we always change the story a little bit. But when the story is written, then the story doesn't change anymore. Then the story just stays the same. And by reading it, right, by having it physically, those words represented on the paper, on a tree, you just locked the story. As much as I love reading, I really see now, I'm feeling it in my heart, it's opening on the side somewhere. I feel it, it's an incredible feeling, you guys. This information, I can see how incredible and how freeing it was not to have books and not to have what we called civilized things, right? Those things, to some degree, they're good, right? That's where we live. Let's respect that. But they confine us to a book, to a certain story that never changes. And maybe that is why our stories never change. They're all the same. What do they call it? The day of that keeps repeating, right? Because we've printed all of our stories and we read them like a script. And we no longer let them change. I'm getting chills, which is what the stories are supposed to do. They're supposed to morph, they're supposed to change, they're supposed to travel from one person to another with the sound. How incredible is that? Telling stories to one another and adding something of your own in there. That's what we do. Let's do it again. I love you. Bye.